I'm going to talk about my experience being fired. Yo, I'm Cashflow Marco. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to talk about my experience being fired. Now, this is fresh. This just happened last week. But I had to take some time out and figure out, one, who I am, two, what I wanted to do, and three, what impact did I want to make to this planet. Because I'm not just here just to excuse my language. I'm not here just to work and die. I'm here to make a difference. I'm here to make an impact. And I'm here to leave my imprint on the planet. And working for someone else is not going to do that. I've been doing this for about a decade now. I've always been business minded. I've always viewed myself as self-employed. Even if I was working part-time for someone else, I always view myself as self-employed because I always had that hustle. I always had a side income going. I always had something for myself to do. But as of recently, I really wanted to talk about this one because I was at a crossroad. I had to make a decision. Did I want to commit to this job or did I want to trade forex? And at that time, this was back in November of 2024. I passed my prop firm 100K challenge, fully funded, in a good space. I did start a new job engineering at a hotel. I have no experience engineering, so I really had to buckle down and I had to make a decision. Do I want to trade or do I want to work? And I chose to work. And why did I choose that? Because at that time I was living with my parents and I wanted to I got to work on my cousin, excuse me. I wanted to get up out of their house as quickly as possible. And I knew I had the means to do so because I was earning enough to pay my own bills. And I was there nearly a year, so I knew it was time to go. So I really buckled down on the job, and in buckling down on the job, I did lose my funded account. Now, I didn't blow my funded account, but I did lose that account because I did not trade on it for 30 days. But that's okay because although I chose work over trading, and trading is more my passion than working, that prop firm that I passed through, it closed down 2 months later. And I didn't even know it closed down until about a month ago. A month ago, I was teaching a friend of mine how to trade forex, just the beginner basics. And I was showing him like, hey, let me go show you the website where I got funded. And I typed in Smart Prop Trader because that was the firm, and a whole different entity popped up. I couldn't believe it. Like they were shut down. So in a nutshell, I made the right decision, but now I know it's time to pivot back into entrepreneurship. Why? Because this job dropped me like a bad habit. I was literally targeted and picked on from the beginning of 2025 all the way till now. There was a Christmas party in December and I blacked out. I'm gonna say it because it needs to be said, and this job really affected my mental health after that. Like, I wasn't really my full self after that. And starting in January 2025 all the way up until now, I've been targeted. Like, they've been trying to fire me from this job. It's not based on my performance. It's not based on my interaction with guests. It's policy violations. It's about attendance. It's not based on my interaction with guests. It's policy violations. It's about attendance. It's about just small, tedious stuff that doesn't have anything to do with my performance. It has nothing to do with my interaction with guests. And that's the two most important things: my skill set and my communication skills. The 4 write-ups that I got in the 2-month time span before I was fired had nothing to do with either of those two. It was purely policy violations or attendance. And then when I cleaned up my attendance, they found more policy violations. The final straw was last week. A manager in a separate department went to HR because she said she found me in a closet charging my cell phone. I was charging my cell phone. in the closet. I went in the closet actually looking for something specific. As I was making my way out, I heard someone coming in the door. I just decided to sit down because I don't want to make it suspicious. I am charging my phone. I am being productive because we have what's called Core. It's an app where you can check all your work orders. So I was being productive, honest to God, because I'm not a lazy person. I like to be moving around doing stuff. So I was literally targeted to be fired. Like she's not even my manager. She's a different department manager, and she went about it in a way where she wanted to hold it over my head. I'm gonna speak on it, and this is the last time I'm gonna speak on it. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say she held it over my head because an entire week and a half passed, and she went to HR about it. And she went to HR on my off day. She went to HR on a day she knew I would not be there, and she told them. So I have no hard feelings against her. Business is business at the end of the day, and I like to be in an environment where I'm appreciated, respected, and valued. And if those three are not being reciprocated, it's time for me to go. I'm not a fake individual. I'm a very genuine person. I come into work with a smile on my face regardless of what's going on in my personal life. And to be targeted and to be ridiculed like Jesus, and I'm just showing up to work every day, is crazy. And to end it off, I'm gonna say this. I rode my bike and rode the bus to work every day for the past 6 months. I really committed myself to this job. But I'm saying all this in this video to say I would never do that again. I would never give all of myself, all of my skills, my talent, my resources, my energy, my time to a job. Because that job is not my end-all be-all. My end-all be-all is the legacy that I create right here, right now, within my first eye. So with that being said, I use the resources around me, which is this phone right here, that laptop over there. And we're gonna create an empire from these technological devices. I'm not gonna depend on a job anymore because I have gone through 20 jobs in my decade of working. I've been working since I was 16. I can name all the jobs that I had, but I started at Piggly Wiggly at 16. I've been through all type of jobs you can name of. Whether it's warehouse, whether it's valet, whether it's engineering, whether it's picking, pack, whatever. I know how to do all that stuff. So I have the skills and capabilities to really delegate all my skills to other individuals. I feel that I am a leader because I naturally, magnetically draw people in, and not even just draw people in on a business tip, on a spiritual tip, on an emotional tip. Strangers come to me and talk to me about their life, and I don't expect it, but I'll stop and listen because I know that I'm a spiritual creature having a human experience. So if this spiritual creature is having an issue and I can provide a solution, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna let you say your one too, because I may have gone through an experience that you are currently going through, and I can help you from that experience because I'm 29, I'm young, but I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of wisdom for my age, because I went on a celibacy journey from 2018 to 2019, and it really shifted my entire life even to this day. Like, I've never seen myself so focused. I've never been so tapped into the divine, and I haven't been that tapped into the divine since then. That's why now, me going on this journey, sharing every experience, whether it's raw, whether it's good, whether it's bad, on this YouTube channel, is going to be very, very important in building my legacy. Like, I'm going to start being consistent on YouTube. I'm going to be posting everything now. We're going to have a direction because my channel is going to be based on creativity. We're going to be creative with how to make money. We're going to be creative creating. We're going to be creative with pivoting, because we're living in an economy now where you really have to use what you have to be successful. There's not just this magical product or this magical service that's going to make you millions of dollars. It's going to take you. It's going to take what's within you to be great. And by me turning on this video and putting this phone to my lips and speaking, that's the first step towards my prosperity. And that's what I'm aiming towards, and that's what I'm going to have, and I'm not going to let anybody stop me. One thing I realized about having a job is that there's a cap on how much you can earn. I was on track to earn, I don't know what, $36,000 a year. I was getting paid like $3,000 a month. But $1,500 every 2 weeks ain't shit. So I asked my creator, what can I do to start earning, to start generating $2,000 a week? You know, the first thing he showed me? Guess. Take a wild guess, because I'm pretty sure you know. It's pretty much the video. I got fired from that job. And granted, you know, the first couple days, I felt bad about it because in reality, I have no other income. I really directed all my energy to this job, which I know better as an entrepreneur. Like, you never do that. You always have some side hustles going on. But I've already planted seeds. I already have a website. I already have ebooks. I already have digital products. I have services. I have courses. I have all these things. But I put that on the back burner for a job. You see? No more. This is not only my season, but this is your season. This is our season. It is time for us to tap in and be great. I'm not going to make this video super long. There's going to be a series of videos where we talk about different subjects. This was mainly the reason why I got fired and why I never rely on a job again. I never depend on a job again. Now, granted, I may pick up a part-time job or I may pick up a full-time job, but I doubt it. Because if I'm really serious about earning $2,000 a week, there's no job out here physically right now that'll pay me $2,000 a week. And I feel like I'm worth more than $2,000 a week, but we got to start somewhere. So I'm going to get on that laptop over there. I'm going to get on ChatGPT and we're going to devise a plan to create a system to earn $2,000 a week. And I recommend you do the same thing. If you found value from this video or you want to follow my journey, be sure to subscribe. I'd love for you to subscribe and follow along on the journey. And if you're on a similar path, man, leave a comment and I go subscribe to your channel because I'm not one of those people who is bougie. I love to watch other people. I consume YouTube as much as I'm about to start serving YouTube. I'm about to start serving these videos like it's... I gotta work on my cussing. That's all I had to share with you today. Like I've always said in all of my old YouTube videos, I have a lot of value and a little time to share it. So let's get this bread, y'all.